Hello and thank you for joining me. This is UltraHuman. My name is Rachel and I am here to help you be your best human. And today I want to do that by bringing you a planning system that I've been using for several years. I really love it. It gives you like a whole new perspective on the way to execute plans and goals and really just kind of think about things and analyze things. And because it is the new year, happy 2020, happy new year everyone, I wanted to bring this to you guys as soon as I could. So let's get right into it. So this is a 4-part planning system. First, you want to know what it is victory looks like. You want to know what your battlefield looks like. You want to gather knowledge and understand the battlefield. Then you want to make a detailed plan. Then you want to execute, and this is you want to just follow your gut and you want to do whatever is right at the time. So we're going to get into breaking all of that down. Why do you want a detailed plan if you're going to do whatever feels right at the time? Let's get into it. So first of all, you want to know what victory looks like. This is all kind of a military analogy thing. That's how it was presented to me, is that this was the way that some great general of some war once did everything. I don't know if they're a real person. That's how it was presented to me. But you want to just start with an idea of what exactly it is that you're trying to accomplish. What is it that victory looks like? Now, we want to kind of keep in mind that this is something that we're going to keep checking back in with, but all of these things can shift. So number 2, you want to know your battlefield. You want to really understand what is the terrain that you're on. What is the industry that you're in? What is the physical location you're going out to shoot? Let's say if you're a photographer, or what is the market that you're trying to find clients in? These are all terrains that you really want to understand. You also want to know what are your available resources, and these can be everything from physically, what do you already have that you could maybe use or convert into something else, what kind of shops, what kind of free resources, what kind of public resources. Do you have friends who have talents that maybe you haven't considered asking if you guys could do a talent trade, or if there's somebody who you could have do something for you for free or cheap because they owe you a favor. These are all resources that you can utilize in order to better accomplish your goal. You're going to really heavily research everything about what it is you're trying to accomplish. What do people in this field do? What does this look like when other people have done it? The one big caveat and warning I have about the research and development phase of any kind of project is that you want to put a strict deadline on this, because it's very easy to get caught up in the learning and go down rabbit holes and then never actually get to the execution phase of your project. And so you really want to put constraints on this, because I feel like a lot of time what I have seen people do is that they will have even, let's say, a date that they'd like to accomplish their goal by, but then they only actually give themselves 2 weeks of really working on that goal right before they are trying to accomplish it by, and then they spent a lot of time tinkering in the research land, where you really kind of want to flip those things. You want a lot of front-loaded, intense time doing research and then developing a plan, and then you want as much time as possible allocated to executing on that plan. And number 3, we're going to get into developing a detailed plan. This is, we want to work from what it is that we're trying to accomplish, what are every step in between here and there that we need to get to that goal. And this is, again, I feel like this can be, I've heard this in a lot of different goal development methods. You want to work backward, you want to know how long each of those phases are going to take, what does all of that look like, and you want to really get down into the nitty-gritty. Now, this might be really great for some people. I'm the kind of person where I do best a very detailed plan of exactly what it is that's going to go down in between here and there. Some people, your detailed plan might be more broken down into chunks, like what are some things that I need to accomplish every month in between here and the desired completion of my goal, whereas other people might break it down into how am I going to plan every single one of my days in between now and this goal in order to execute it. Now, in this plan, I want you to be realistic. I want you to realize that burnout can be real, and so you want to factor in taking some time off. What are some milestones where you can reward yourself? How can you phase these things in and out so that if you need, for example, help from another person, that might need to be a little bit more flexible than things that you're expecting of yourself. When you are ready to get into the execution phase of this plan, the twist, I think, on this whole planning system is that you really throw the plan kind of out the window and you start just doing whatever makes sense at the time. You have all of the knowledge and information to make informed decisions. You have the foundation of a plan that you've created to start working off of, and then you just start doing whatever makes sense at the time. The key to this whole thing is taking action, having execution be the most important factor in the whole thing. You're building up momentum, you're keeping yourself going every day with those factored in, like the thing that I'm doing in order to accomplish my goal today is I'm taking a rest. That's fair, and that's part of getting things done, because you don't want to get to a point where you just give up on the whole thing. Maybe you're going with your gut on that. You woke up today and you, in your plan that you had made, were supposed to get 10 things done today, and you realize, you know what, that's not realistic. Those things are going to have to wait. I really think that the key to this whole planning method is that you're giving yourself a sense of agency and power over getting these things done. As the plan moves on and you're realizing that you're not quite on track with what you had thought before, that's okay, because you're in charge of making those decisions. Right, so I really hope that this more tactical video on planning and execution is something that can help everybody out there. Having kind of goals and having ideas about where you want to go with your career or your personal life, or even just hobbies and interests, is so important for our mental health and just giving us a sense of control over our lives and a sense of agency over ourselves. And so no matter what it is that you are trying to accomplish this next year, I wish you luck. I hope that you all had a wonderful and safe New Year's. Get out there and be your best human, and I will see you in the next video. Bye!